Hello all Divine Avenger. Today I will share about Divine Avenger Sacrifice Build using Apocalypse Spear. I hope you will like it. Apocalypse Spear is one of the new weapon synthesis that is suitable for DA Sacrifice Build. There are 2 points in this weapon which are crucial and very useful for DA. The first is the weapon effect, which can reduce the HP loss effect from sacrifices by up to 6%. This means that DA's HP is more stable when using sacrifice. And the second effect is on tier B of this weapon, which gives plus 15% damage to sacrifice skills, and there is an ignore defense effect on sacrifice skills level 5 and above. Of course, attack and refine attack will add very significant damage to the enemy. Let's test using this Apocalypse Spear on dummy target with 100% power. The attack is stable at 2,776,000 and the recoil damage from HP loss is very small at only around 97,000. You can see that by using this spear, the maximum HP is not reduced and can still regenerate. When the Lex Eterna and passive skill from Shape of My Heart trigger simultaneously, the resulting damage is around 77,900,000. However, this is a very small percentage. The results can be seen in the following chart. This is the result of comparing the damage sacrifice with the Apocalypse Spear and using the Stalker Knife, which I tried in my previous video. Overall, I prefer the new build with the Apocalypse Spear because the damage is more stable and the HP loss isn't too painful. Let's test this weapon on PvP with other players. On PvP, the sacrifice damage will reduce very significantly, because almost all players currently have plus 1/5 refine equipment on shields, armor, garments and shoes. This can reduce sacrifice damage by more than 50% on the player. Especially now in the Jormungand meta, some people have increased auto-attack damage reduction so they can survive against Jormung. Of course, this auto-attack damage reduction also reduces sacrifice damage quite significantly. DA is also quite difficult to fight Rathgryci, because they have passive mini hydrogen phosphide block skills and auto-guard skills. If you want to kill Rathgryci easily, you need the help of a Soulbinder. Overall, the DA Sacrifice build is still quite comfortable to use for PvP. This build doesn't really depend on the damage percent of your Handobook deposit. It's quite friendly for F2P, but it does take some effort to make this build. With proper equipment, you can deal more than 1 million damage per hit to a DPS player. If the Lex Eterna skill is triggered, it can cause damage of up to 2 million per hit. If the headgear on your head doesn't use eggshell BIU, make sure you bring repair alloy when your equipment is destroyed by the enemy. Especially some Rathgryci currently often use the Holgraheim hammer extract on their oracle mirrors to destroy our equipment. During PvP, DA is better in hide and seek attack battles. So when the gameplay is hiding looking for a target, you will only come forward to hit the enemy if you have the opportunity. After the enemy dies, usually immediately run and hide again using the hiding skill from Smoky card. If you are caught in a fairly brutal battle, DA is actually still strong enough to survive until you can get the moment to escape from this unfavorable situation. My current build is still lacking in fear resistance, because I switched several Moras to stone resistance, seeing that the Jormung meta is currently hyped. And Jormung has a skill area that can make us become stone. I think every job has the counter, so just enjoy the gameplay as long as your build matches your gameplay. Let's check about this build. About status, of course VIT is mandatory. Make sure AGI is more than 180 so that the effect of the Doppelganger star card is triggered. For the equipment that I use, you can see it directly in the following video. You can put Devil Squid card on Garment if you want to attack without being seen by the enemy using stealth skill. For some cases this is very effective. If you don't have Moonlight card, you can depend on your command of charge skill when you want to use hiding skill. This back gear is increasing your damage significantly. I have tried and compared it with other back gear. For mouth and head, if you get Seal 4 Mora you are one of the lucky ones. This is very useful for increasing sacrifice damage. Tier V on Apocalypse Spear is very huge different to increase your sacrifice damage. If you already have plus 15 Apocalypse Spear, this is the most optimal weapon for DA sacrifice so far. I tried comparing the Doppelganger plus Atris star card combination, but I prefer the OB plus Doppel star card combination. Especially if you put a Nuka card on this weapon. For shadow equipment I used a combination of Giant Wing Shield and Watcher Armor. I think this is the best combo for DA at the moment to survive better. For Mora, I recommend a combination of max HP % and ailment resistance such as Stun, Stone, Freeze, or Fear resistance. I have compared Grey Elf Manto and Golden Manto. Currently the damage sacrifice is still large when using Grey Elves, but the SE Tier 5 option on Golden Manto is quite good. In the future, maybe I will use this when shadow equipment has been unlocked to 50%. For Oracle Mirror I used Meteorite Armor to add freeze and stun resistance. And plus 15 slash to add auto attack damage increase. Let's check my status using this equipment. I tried using self buff plus some food and dish B. My DA can reach 3.2 million maximum HP on the field, can be around 12 million in PvP, GVG, or Magic Prison. Auto attack damage increase can reach around 159.3%. Of course it can be greater if you have Zeal 4 Mora on head and mouth. For resistance, in certain situations I also use the Detertorus star card to achieve 100% freeze and 100% poison resistance depending on the enemy. The important thing for runes, you should make sure your charging leader rune on third line is inactive to prevent your hiding status is not revealed. The rest is still the same as the runes in my previous video. What you need to remember is that the next patch will have Arcane Rune, which could provide a new meta for existing jobs and builds. Regarding skill point allocation, it is slightly different from the previous dagger build. Here there are Spear Mastery and Spear Quicken skills which are taken to increase our sacrifice damage. I used 3 skill bars with the same slots, to make it easier to rotate skills. I also attached the skills that I included in Prepare for Elite because several people asked about them repeatedly. I think that's enough video from me. Hopefully it's useful for all of you. Keep up the enthusiasm in developing Divine Avenger, and hopefully in the future this job will be buffed so that it can survive even more. Go Divine Avenger!